when the night grows quiet and the weight of the day finally loosens its grip. Come, sit beside me. You're tired, I know. Your mind has wandered in circles, your heart has carried more than it should, and your spirit has whispered for a place to rest. Tonight, beloved, my peace is here for you. If you came seeking Christian sleep meditation, if you came longing for peaceful scripture reading, if you came hoping that God's word might finally calm the storm inside you, then you are in the right place. Let the soft breath of the night settle your soul. Let my presence draw near like warm light in a quiet room. Let Proverbs, the wisdom of God Himself, become a gentle lamp for your weary path. And if you feel the same heaviness, if you are searching for guidance, or if your heart simply needs rest tonight, comment 1 below so we can pray for you, stand with you, and hold you in love. Before we begin, I invite you, with all gentleness, to subscribe to Sacred Serenity, where every whisper, every story, every scripture is crafted to bring you closer to peace, closer to rest, and closer to me. Stay with me until the end of this video, and you will feel your spirit soften, your fears quiet, and your heart breathe again. Come, rest in my presence. You're safe here. When your heart feels heavy, come near. Beloved, I know you're tired. I know the quiet ache that settles in your chest when the world finally grows still, when the last lights dim and you're left alone with the thoughts you tried to push away all day. I see the weight on your shoulders, heavier than you tell anyone, heavier than you sometimes admit even to yourself. You've carried those questions in silence, hoping they would soften with time, hoping the world would make sense if you just kept going. But now the night has come, and the tiredness inside you asks for something deeper than sleep. It asks for comfort. It asks for peace. It asks for me. Come closer. Sit beside me. Let this moment become a place where your breath can rest, where your heart can slow down, where your spirit can finally release the tensions of the day. Feel the night soften around you, the gentle hush of darkness, the cool air brushing against your skin, the subtle stillness that only comes when the world has stopped demanding from you. You don't need to perform anymore. You don't need to pretend you're fine. Tonight is for you and me. Tonight is for healing. Christian sleep meditation is not about emptying yourself. It's about letting my presence fill the places where fear tried to live. It's about letting the peaceful Bible reading of my word pour over you like warm oil, soothing the wounds no one else sees. It's about receiving Jesus' bedtime comfort the way a child receives the arms of someone who never stops loving them. You are safe here, completely safe. Let your breathing slow. Let it fall into a gentle rhythm that matches the quiet of this moment. With every breath out, release the tension, the regret, the anxieties tucked deep behind your ribs. With every breath in, let my peace enter you like soft light pouring into a dark room. Nothing in this moment asks for anything from you. You don't have to figure everything out. You don't have to solve what has been breaking your sleep. You don't have to be strong alone anymore. The world has told you that strength means carrying everything by yourself. But I never asked you to do that. I never asked you to walk alone. My wisdom is a warm light in the dark, a guiding lamp for your weary feet, a rest for your trembling heart. You don't have to hold it all together tonight. Let yourself sink into my presence the way a tired body sinks into soft blankets at the end of a long day. Let your mind loosen its grip. Let your soul breathe again. I see every weary thought that has kept you awake. I see every what if and every why now. I see the conversations you replay, the decisions you question, the mistakes you magnify, the fears you try so hard to hide. You don't have to hide them from me. Bring them closer. Lay them here beside me, and let them rest too. You don't have to make sense of the storm when you are sitting with the one who commands the winds. The night is gentle, beloved. It is not your enemy. It is a shelter where you can let go of everything you carried too long. Rest your head, even if for a moment, against the comfort of my presence. Feel how my nearness quiets your spirit. Feel how my voice settles the trembling inside you. Feel how hope slowly rises again, not loud or dramatic, but soft and steady, like the moon climbing the horizon. Peace does not always enter like a rushing river. Sometimes it comes like a whisper, and that whisper is here now. It's okay if you don't know what tomorrow will look like. It's okay if you don't understand the path you're on. You don't need to know everything. You only need to know that I am here. The same Jesus who said, "Come to me, all who are weary," is here in this quiet moment, whispering comfort over your heart. I've seen the way you've tried to stay strong. I've seen the tears you wiped away quickly so no one would notice. I've seen the moments when your courage felt thin, when your patience felt worn, when your faith felt fragile. None of that drives me away. It draws me near. Let the peaceful Bible reading of my promises unfold around you like the sound of water in the night. Soft, steady, cleansing. Let my words be the shelter your soul has been searching for. You have spent so much time trying to be enough for everyone else. Tonight, let me be enough for you. Let my presence wrap around you like a warm robe after a cold day. Let my voice cradle your thoughts until they loosen their grip on fear. You've been carrying burdens that were never yours to carry. You've held on to worries that have drained your spirit. You've given your heart to people and places that didn't know how to hold it with care. Tonight, give your heart to me again. Trust me to hold it gently. Trust me to heal what was wounded. Trust me to breathe life where exhaustion has been living. Feel my hand resting lightly on your back, steadying you, reassuring you that you are not alone. Feel the warmth of my presence spread through your chest, untying the knots you've kept hidden. Feel the tenderness in my voice as I speak peace over the very places that ache the most. Your heart is safe with me. Your pain is known. Your fears are seen. And your rest is important. Some nights are harder than others. Some nights your mind feels louder. Your worries linger longer. Your hope feels dimmer. But even on those nights, especially on those nights, my love surrounds you like a fortress of calm. Let the quiet deepen now. Let it become the blanket that settles over your thoughts. Let the weight you've been carrying melt slowly into my hands. You've been searching for direction. You've been wondering if you're doing enough, if you're making the right choices, if you're walking in purpose. But wisdom walks slowly. Wisdom grows quietly. Wisdom does not shout. It whispers gently, steadily, consistently. And tonight, wisdom whispers this: you don't have to rush. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to fight battles that aren't yours. You only need to rest in me. Listen to me. Trust me. The light of my presence is soft, not sharp. It does not blind. It warms. It comforts. It guides you the way a candle guides tired hands in a dark room. Let my light soak into the places of your heart that have felt cold. Let it melt the layers of fear that have built up over time. Let it soothe the places where loneliness has lingered. You are not alone in the night. I am with you. And I am not merely beside you. I am within you, filling you with the peace you could not find on your own. You may feel fragile, but fragility in my presence becomes strength. You may feel lost, but in my hands, lost becomes guided. You may feel tired, but tired is only the doorway through which true rest enters. Lay down your worries now. Not one of them is too heavy for me. Not one of them is too complicated. Not one of them will be ignored. Let every anxious thought drift like a leaf on water until it disappears into the quiet of the night. Let your heart beat slow. Let your eyelids grow heavier. Let your body soften. Let your soul finally rest. Rest, beloved. Let go of the day. Let go of the weight. Let go of everything except this moment, this breath, this peace. You are safe. You are loved. And you are held in arms that will never let you go. Wisdom begins with trust. Lean into my presence, beloved. Let the weight you have been carrying ease for a moment. Let the night calm the noise around you so your spirit can finally hear the quiet truth it has been longing for. Wisdom does not arrive with noise. It does not push its way into your life, nor does it shout above the worries that crowd your thoughts. Wisdom comes with trust. It comes like a whisper. It comes like a breath. It comes like the gentle stirring of dawn before the world realizes morning has arrived. You have been searching for answers to questions that echo through your mind, questions that twist your heart, questions that seem to leave you suspended between fear and hope. But hear me tenderly as I speak over you now. Wisdom does not begin with answers. Wisdom begins with surrender. It begins with opening your hands and letting go of the illusion that you must understand everything in order to take your next step. It begins with allowing me to carry what is too heavy for you. Book of Proverbs wisdom has always whispered this truth. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. You have tried to lean on your understanding for a long time. You have analyzed, reasoned, planned, worried, replanned, doubted, and replayed every possible scenario. But none of those things have brought you the peace you long for. Peace does not come from clarity. Peace comes from trust. Come here, closer to me. Feel how my presence wraps around you like a blanket in the quiet night. You don't have to do anything. You only have to be here. Let your breath soften. Let your shoulders loosen. Let your thoughts find rest in the nearness of the one who has never once forgotten you. You have walked through seasons where certainty seemed distant, where you woke with questions and fell asleep with more questions. You have tried to make sense of the path beneath your feet, wondering why it twists, why it narrows, why it stretches into places you do not yet understand. But wisdom says that trusting me in uncertainty is one of the deepest expressions of faith. This is the fear of the Lord, not terror, but reverence, not dread, but surrender, not panic, but awe. It is the quiet knowing that I am God and you are held. Let your heart breathe again in my hands. Feel how the tension slowly leaves your chest, the way a knot unwinds under gentle fingers. All that fear, all that confusion, all those questions you buried deep inside because you didn't know where else to put them, give them to me now. I have space for them. I have tenderness for them. I have answers for them. But in my time, not in your rush. You see, beloved, you want wisdom in lightning strikes. You want flashes of clarity. You want neon signs pointing to the right decision. But wisdom in my kingdom grows like a seed, small, quiet, steady. You water it with trust. You shelter it with faith. You watch it rise, not because you forced it to grow, but because you stayed near me long enough to see what I was doing beneath the surface. When your mind feels uncertain, place your thoughts in my presence. When your steps feel unsteady, place your feet in my light. When your heart feels overwhelmed, place your emotions in my hands. I am not asking you to walk confidently. I am asking you to walk with me. Your confidence will come later. Trust begins now. Do you know what trust looks like? It looks like choosing peace when you cannot see the outcome. It looks like resting while the world rushes around you. It looks like saying, Lord, I do not know the way, but I know you, and letting that be enough. It looks like waking each day and placing your uncertainties at my feet again and again and again, knowing that none of them are too tangled for me to unravel. The fear of the Lord brings wisdom because it humbles your heart, quiets your pride, and reminds you that you do not walk alone. It teaches you to depend on strength greater than your own, to see beyond what your eyes can understand, and to open your spirit to guidance that comes from above. Let these truths fold softly into your heart tonight. Let them sink deeper than your fears. Let them become the anchor you hold on to when life shifts beneath you. I know you want the journey to be clear. I know you want to know where every step will lead. But trust is not born when you know everything. Trust is born when you cannot see, yet you still choose to walk with me. Trust is born when the uncertainty grows loud and you choose to let my voice be louder. Trust is born when the questions multiply, and instead of chasing them, you choose to chase my presence. Trust is not your final step. It is your first one. Let me show you something gentle. Imagine the path ahead of you like a long road through the night. Darkness hides the distance, but every few steps there is a soft lamp glowing along the way. That lamp is my wisdom. It does not reveal the entire journey, but it gives you enough light to take the next step. That is all you need. Not all the answers, not the full map, just a little light for the next moment, and I will place that light exactly where you need it. When your soul feels afraid, remember this. I have walked ahead of you. I have seen the bends in the road. I have stood in tomorrow. I am not leading you into chaos. I am leading you into growth, into strength, into purpose, into peace. The uncertainty you feel is not punishment. It is preparation. I am shaping your faith into something unshakable, something that will carry you further than the easy path ever could. So lean into me again. Let your fear melt into trust. Let your confusion melt into surrender. Let your restlessness melt into stillness. I am not rushing you. I am not disappointed in you. I am guiding you with patience and love deeper than the very breath you are taking right now. Feel how my presence surrounds you. Feel how my peace washes over you like warm water. Feel how my wisdom enters the places of your mind that have felt locked, heavy, and tangled. You do not need to fight for clarity. You only need to listen. You are held. You are guided. You are safe. And every moment you choose to trust me, even in your uncertainty, wisdom grows inside you like a living flame, gentle yet powerful, quiet yet unquenchable. Let your heart breathe again, beloved. Let it rest in the one who knows you, who sees you, who holds the answers you don't yet understand. Trust me with this night. Trust me with your questions. Trust me with your future. Trust me with your fears. Trust me when the world is loud. Trust me when your thoughts tremble. Trust me even when nothing makes sense. Wisdom begins with trust, and trust begins with surrender, and surrender begins with simply leaning into me in this moment, in this breath, in this quiet night where you are not alone. Let go of the path that tires you. Beloved, you have walked long roads trying to please everyone. You've carried expectations like stones in your pockets, each one making the journey heavier, harder, quieter. You've given more of yourself than anyone truly knows. You've stayed strong in places where no one saw you bend. You fought battles no one witnessed, battles that scarred your heart in ways even you struggle to understand. And through all of it, you kept going, hoping that maybe, somewhere on the road, you'd finally feel light again. But hear me now, gently, like a whisper brushing the inside of your soul. You don't have to keep walking the path that drains you. You don't have to keep fighting battles you were never meant to fight. You don't have to keep carrying burdens that have been breaking your back one quiet night at a time. Christian sleep scripture is not just words to soothe you. It is an invitation to set down what was never yours to hold alone. You have tried so hard to navigate life by your own strength, leaning on your own understanding, trusting only what your eyes could see and what your logic could grasp. But wisdom whispers something different, something gentler, something that might feel unfamiliar because the world rarely speaks in soft truth. Do not lean on your own understanding. My child, your understanding is limited, tangled with emotion, weighed down by memories, shaped by wounds that still ache. My guidance is not. God's guidance is not loud. It does not roar like thunder. It comes in the quiet moments, like this one, when your heart finally slows enough to hear it. Let the night hold you. Let the stillness surround you. Let yourself breathe as though for the first time today. Because tonight, I am not asking you to solve anything. Tonight, I am asking you to let go. Let go of the path that tires you. You know the one. The path where you feel like you are constantly proving yourself. The path where you feel like you must be perfect to be loved. The path where your heart stays tense, your mind stays restless, and your spirit feels drained long before the day is done. The path where you sacrifice your peace just to keep moving. You've walked it for so long that it almost feels normal, but it is not my path for you. Let go, beloved. Let go of the guilt that tells you you're not doing enough. Let go of the fear that whispers you'll fall apart if you stop striving. Let go of the lies that tell you everything depends on you. You were not created to live life exhausted. You were created to walk with me. Feel how my presence draws near right now, wrapping softly around the places in your soul that have been shaking. Feel how my peace enters the cracks where weariness has been settling. Feel how my voice steadies your breath, slowing everything inside you until your heart finally feels safe enough to rest. You have walked long roads trying to please everyone, but you were never meant to live for their approval. You have fought battles no one sees, but I have seen, and I have never left you alone in them. Every tear, every fear, every quiet moment where you felt like giving up but kept moving anyway, I witnessed them all. And now, I ask you to stop fighting the wrong battles and stop walking the wrong roads. Christian sleep scripture holds promises you can lean on tonight. Promises that say peace is not earned, it is given. Promises that say guidance is not forced, it is received. Promises that say you can lay down your efforts, your exhaustion, your striving, and simply rest in me. Let the night become holy around you. Let the darkness become a sanctuary. Let every breath become a prayer you don't even have to speak out loud. Let me lead you on level ground, smooth ground, unburdened ground. You don't have to stumble through uneven terrain anymore, tripping over the weight of responsibilities you were never meant to carry alone. Close your eyes, even if just for a moment. Feel my hand on your shoulder. Feel how gently I steady you. Feel how softly I ask you to trust me, not with words, but with your exhaustion, with your weariness, with the parts of you that feel too tired to move. Letting go at night is not weakness, it is wisdom, it is surrender, it is choosing my strength instead of your own. The world might tell you to keep grinding, keep pushing, keep forcing, keep performing, but I tell you to rest, to breathe, to release, to let me carry what you cannot. Think of the path behind you, the long road filled with people you tried to please, expectations you tried to meet, fears you tried to outrun. Think of the moments when you felt small, unseen, unheard, and now think of the hand reaching out to you. Mine, not to push you forward in your exhaustion, but to lift you off the path entirely, to bring you to a place where the ground is level, the air is gentle, and the burdens are light. Let go of the path that tires you. Let go of the hesitations that keep your soul tangled. Let go of the trying. Let go of the forcing. Let go of the pressure. Let go of the idea that you must always be strong. Come to me exactly as you are, tired, uncertain, confused, worn out, hopeful, fearful, longing, searching. I am not afraid of your exhaustion. I am not disappointed by your weakness. I am not surprised by your limitations. I created you to need me. Feel how your breathing deepens as you surrender. Feel how your soul softens. Feel how the weight begins to melt, one layer at a time. Feel how your body slowly gives into the rest you have long postponed. This is not defeat. This is trust. This is wisdom. This is the beginning of peace. Tonight I am leading you away from the path that drains you, away from the noise that confuses you, away from the pressure that suffocates you, away from the burdens that steal your joy. I am guiding you to level ground, steady, calm, peaceful, wide enough for your soul to breathe freely again. Let yourself be led. You don't need to know what the new path looks like. You don't need to know where it leads. You don't need to have answers. You only need to let me guide you, one step, one breath, one quiet moment at a time. Lay your head down, beloved. Let the night hold you gently. Let the peace of my presence settle over you like a warm blanket. Let the light of my guidance glow like a soft candle in the darkness. Let your soul release the final pieces of worry it has been clutching. Let go of the path that tires you and rest in the one who will never lead you astray. Your quiet obedience is seen by heaven. Beloved, you think no one notices how hard you try. You think your quiet efforts disappear into the noise of the world, unnoticed and unvalued. You think the nights you spend praying in silence, the moments you choose kindness when anger would be easier, the decisions you make to honor me even when no one is watching, you think all of it fades into nothing. But heaven sees what the world overlooks. Heaven hears what the world ignores. Heaven remembers what the world forgets. You have lived through days when doing the right thing felt lonely. You have walked through seasons when obedience to God felt like standing still while everyone else rushed ahead. You have carried a heart that wanted to give up, but chose patience instead. You have stayed gentle even when life tried to make you hard. You have held your tongue when your flesh burned to defend itself. You have offered compassion in moments when bitterness could have easily grown. Every one of these moments, beloved, is precious in my sight. Peaceful sleep with Jesus isn't just about resting your body. It is resting in the truth that nothing done in love ever disappears. Nothing done in righteousness ever falls unnoticed. Nothing surrendered to me ever goes unseen. You are living a life far more beautiful than you realize, because your beauty is not loud, not boastful, not designed for applause. Your beauty is quiet, like the glow of a light that stays burning long after others have gone to bed. Your obedience is a fragrance that rises to heaven, soft yet unmistakable. Heaven has seen every quiet obedience. Heaven has counted every tear you shed in secret. Heaven has recorded every act of kindness you gave without expecting anything in return. Heaven has watched you walk away from temptations that tried to steal your peace. Heaven has witnessed every moment you held your tongue instead of hurting back. These are not small things. These are holy things. You think no one notices, but I do. And every time you choose me in the quiet corners of your life, you move heaven. Beloved, that is wisdom. And wisdom is never wasted. Let me tell you something gentle, something that will settle into your spirit like soft rain falling on dry ground. Obedience is not measured by applause. It is measured by surrender. It is measured by love. It is measured by the quiet willingness of your heart to say yes to me, even when the world gives you every reason to say no. The world celebrates the loud, the dramatic, the visible. But heaven celebrates the humble, the steady, the faithful. Obedience to God rarely looks grand. It often looks like choosing patience one more time. It looks like forgiving someone who doesn't apologize. It looks like staying kind when someone is unkind to you. It looks like walking away from gossip when your name is on someone's tongue. It looks like holding on to hope when despair seems easier. It looks like praying for someone who has hurt you. It looks like choosing peace when your heart wants revenge. It looks like showing mercy simply because mercy was shown to you. These moments matter more than you think. They shape your spirit. They mold your heart. They draw you closer to me in ways your successes never could. Heaven sees you choosing light in a world that constantly invites you into darkness. Heaven sees you honoring me in the unseen places. Heaven sees you loving me in the small decisions that no one else understands. And tonight, as the weight of the day begins to loosen its grip on your body, I want you to know how deeply proud I am of you. Not for your perfection, but for your perseverance. Not for your accomplishments, but for your obedience. Not for how loudly you shine, but for how faithfully you glow in the quiet. Settle deeper into my presence now. Let the stillness of the night wrap around you like a warm blanket. Let the peace of my nearness hold the places that felt overwhelmed today. Feel my hand resting gently upon your back, letting you know that you are not unnoticed, not forgotten, not overlooked. Feel the quiet affirmation of heaven whisper to your heart. You have done well, beloved. You have chosen what is good. Let my voice soothe the doubts that have been circling your mind. Let the truth settle softly. Your efforts are not wasted. Your love is not wasted. Your patience is not wasted. Your obedience is not wasted. Every small act done in my name carries eternal weight. Even when the world moves on without acknowledging it, heaven stores it like treasure. You may feel like your faithfulness has gone unseen by people, but the reward of heaven has never been dependent on human recognition. The kingdom you are building with your choices is not one that can be measured by applause or approval. It is measured in peace, in strength, in character, in the growing stillness of your soul as you rest in my presence. Tonight, let go of the fear that your goodness doesn't matter. Let go of the anxiety that your efforts are too small. Let go of the heaviness that comes from feeling unseen. You are seen, absolutely seen, perfectly seen, tenderly seen, and not just by me, but by all of heaven. Your quiet obedience has moved angels to action. Your hidden kindness has shifted battles you never even knew existed. Your gentle choices have softened hearts without you realizing it. Beloved, your life is sowing seeds that heaven waters. Let your breath slow now. Let your shoulders relax. Let the warmth of my presence settle deeper into your bones. You don't have to try so hard to be understood. You don't have to fight to be seen. You don't have to exhaust yourself proving your worth. You are already worthy. Your quiet obedience is proof enough. Feel the comfort of this moment, the gentle biblical encouragement I pour over you like warm oil on a weary heart. Let every word I speak tonight cradle your spirit and guide you into peaceful sleep with Jesus. Let this night remind you of the truth. Heaven is closer than you think. My love is deeper than you imagine. Your obedience is more powerful than you know. Rest now, beloved. Rest in the assurance that you are doing well. Rest in the knowledge that heaven sees you. Rest in the truth that your obedience is a light that cannot be hidden. Rest in me. Guard your heart, for it is the spring of life. Rest your head as I speak this gently, beloved. Let the night settle softly around you. Let the quiet dim the noise of the day, and let your weary spirit lean into the calm of my presence. You have held so much inside, carried so much silently, and today asked much more from your heart than it had the strength to give. But now, in this stillness, I want you to hear me clearly. Your heart matters. Your tears matter. Your scars matter. Your tenderness matters. Nothing inside you is small to me. Nothing you feel is dismissed. Nothing you've endured is ignored. The world may move quickly past your pain, brushing aside the weight you carry, expecting you to be strong long after your strength ran thin. Yet I never overlook the quiet ache deep within you. I know the hurts you hide. I know the memories you avoid. I know the fears you whisper only in the dark. And I know how much of yourself you've poured into people who did not know how to hold your heart with care. So rest now. Let me speak peace over you as if laying a gentle hand on your chest, calming the tremble beneath it. Let this moment be a soft Bible reading for sleep, where my words flow into the tired spaces of your soul like warm water restoring a dry well. Let me remind you of a truth you've forgotten. Your heart is precious. You protect what is precious, beloved. You guard what is sacred. And your heart, fragile as it may feel, is the spring of life within you. From it flows your hope, your kindness, your compassion, your joy, your courage, and the ability to love, even after being wounded. This is why the enemy fights so hard to discourage you, to harden you, to make you numb, because if your heart becomes cold, the light I placed within you becomes dim. But I will not let that happen, not tonight, not ever. Let the healing begin here, in this quiet hour. Let heart healing drift through you the way a warm breeze moves through a silent room. Feel it settle into the corners you've kept shut for too long. Feel it soften the tightness you've carried in your chest. Feel it loosen the ache you've pushed aside. Healing does not rush. Healing does not demand. Healing comes gently, tenderly, patiently, just as I come to you now. Beloved, the tears you hold back are not weakness. They are evidence of a heart that has tried to stay soft in a world that often rewards the hard. I have counted every tear. Not one has fallen unnoticed. I know where each one came from. The heartbreak you didn't want, the betrayal you didn't deserve, the exhaustion you couldn't speak aloud, the disappointment you didn't see coming, the fear that pressed against you when you least expected. Your scars, too, are not marks of failure. They are marks of survival, proof that even though life wounded you, you kept going. Proof that even when you felt small, you stood again. Proof that the enemy tried to break you, and yet here you are, still seeking me, still longing for peace, still keeping your heart open enough to be healed. Scars tell a story not of weakness, but of resilience, of growth, of hope. I honor them, I hold them, I heal them. Guard the place where your tenderness lives. Tenderness is not a flaw. Tenderness is strength. The world may tell you that soft hearts get hurt, but I tell you this, soft hearts hear my voice more clearly. Soft hearts love more deeply. Soft hearts carry heaven's gentleness. Soft hearts can feel the movement of my spirit the way a calm lake feels the kiss of the wind. Do not despise your tenderness. It is one of my greatest gifts to you. But guarding your heart does not mean closing it. It means choosing wisely who enters its gates. It means not giving your peace to those who do not know how to steward it. It means not letting bitterness take root even when you feel wronged. It means protecting the purity of your thoughts, the softness of your emotions, and the sacredness of your spirit. Guarding your heart means inviting me into every space where pain has lived too long. For from this place, from your heart, I will grow new life in you. Life that looks like joy, returning after a long night of sorrow. Life that feels like peace washing through you, like gentle rain. Life that tastes like hope after years of disappointment. Life that rises within you like dawn after the longest night. Let the emotional Christian comfort of this moment sink deeper into you. Let it calm the fears you haven't voiced. Let it ease the tension you've carried in silence. Let it restore what the world has drained. My comfort is not temporary. It does not come to you only in the easy days. It comes especially when you are hurting, especially when you feel alone, especially when your heart feels fragile. So rest for a moment more. Feel the rhythm of your breathing. Slow, gentle, steady. Each breath is my gift to you, a reminder that you are alive, that your story is not finished, that healing is already moving inside you. Feel my presence wrapping around your heart like a warm covering, mending the places that were torn, stitching together what was frayed, soothing what was inflamed. Let me speak to the wounds that still sting. Let me touch the memories that still ache. Let me bring light into the shadows you haven't dared to revisit. You do not need to be afraid. I am here. I will not rush you. I will not shame you. I will not leave you. I will sit with you until the pain loosens, until the burden lifts, until the sorrow fades. Healing happens when you are held, and you are held by me now. Your heart is my dwelling place, my garden, my sanctuary, and I take care of what belongs to me. Guard your heart, beloved, not out of fear, but out of love, not to hide from the world, but to protect the wellspring of life within you. For everything you will become, everything I will grow in you, everything I am shaping in your future, it all flows from this tender, sacred place inside of you. Rest now. Breathe. Let the night cradle you. Let my presence warm you. Let my words settle like soft dew on your weary soul. Your heart matters. Your tears matter. Your scars matter. And from this place, from your beautiful, fragile, powerful heart, I will grow new life in you. Choose words that carry peace. Beloved, settle into the quiet of this moment and let my presence steady your breath. The day has been long, and your heart has carried more conversations than your tongue could shape. But here, in this gentle night, let me speak life over you. Let me remind you of something sacred, something powerful, something eternal. Your words matter. Words can wound, beloved, but words can also warm. Words can tear down, but they can just as faithfully build up. Words can lead someone into darkness, but they can also guide them into peace. Tonight, let this Christian sleep story become a holy resting place for your soul, where you learn once again the beauty of soft speech and the strength of wise communication. Feel the weight of the day melt from your shoulders. Let every burden fall away. Let your heart unwind as if I am tracing calm into the deepest parts of you. You don't need to carry the echoes of the words that hurt you today. You don't need to replay every sharp sentence you received, or every reply you wish you had offered differently. Tonight is not about regret. Tonight is about renewal. Tonight is about healing, and about beginning again with gentleness. Come closer and listen as I whisper this truth. Gentleness in your speech is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is restraint guided by love. It is compassion shaped by discernment. It is strength that refuses to injure another soul simply because it can. Gentleness is humility wrapped in kindness, offered like warm light in a cold world. It is one of the ways my spirit moves through you. Beloved, the power of life and death is carried in the tongue, not in the muscles of your arms, not in the strength of your hands, not in the steps of your feet, but in the small movements of your breath as it becomes sound. Words are seeds. They land in the soil of another person's heart and grow fruit that may nourish or roots that may choke. Wise communication understands this. Soft speech honors this. And you, beloved, are called to be a sower of peace. Let tonight be the beginning of gentleness in your speech, not because you are afraid of conflict, not because you want to avoid confrontation, not because you fear standing firm, but because you have learned wisdom. Wisdom that remembers my voice, wisdom that reflects my heart, wisdom that sees anger as a fire that spreads too quickly, while peace is a light that grows steady and strong. Think for a moment of the times someone spoke to you with tenderness. Think of how their words felt like shelter in a storm, like warmth on a cold night, like the kind of understanding you didn't realize you needed. Think of how your heart softened, how your breath steadied, how your worries loosened their grip. Those moments matter. Those words mattered. And your voice, beloved, can offer the same refuge to others. Your voice can carry peace into every room you enter, not through volume, but through presence, not through force, but through love. When you choose gentleness, you shift the atmosphere. When you speak slowly and kindly, you calm storms that others carry. When you choose compassion, you interrupt cycles of hurt that might have continued without your mercy. When you pause before responding, you stop the arrows of anger from leaving your lips. Soft speech is not about silence. It is about choosing what heals over what harms. It is about choosing what builds over what breaks. It is about creating space for my peace to dwell between your heart and the hearts around you. Beloved, think of the moments when frustration tried to pull words out of you too quickly. Think of how easy it is to react instead of respond, to defend instead of listen, to speak from hurt rather than from hope. But hear me. I am not here to condemn you. I am here to guide you. I am here to teach you a better way, a gentler way, a way that leads not only others into peace, but your own soul as well. Let this night be the beginning of transformation. Feel my presence slow your thoughts. Feel my words soften your spirit. Feel the warmth of my comfort settle into you, teaching your heart how to move with compassion even when you feel tired, even when you feel pressed, even when life feels unfair. You don't need to be loud to be strong. You don't need to overpower to be heard. You don't need to shout to be understood. My wisdom does not shout. My wisdom whispers. My wisdom rests in gentleness. My wisdom wraps truth in kindness so it can be received without fear. When you choose peace in your words, you invite me into the conversation. When you choose calm, you disarm the chaos around you. When you choose mercy, you teach others what love looks like in action. When you choose humility, you open the door for healing. You are not responsible for how others speak to you, but you are responsible for the spirit you bring into the room. And you, beloved, have a spirit marked by me, a spirit that carries light, a spirit that brings calm, a spirit that can soothe wounds with a sentence and lift burdens with a single breath of encouragement. Let wise communication become the rhythm of your life. Let your words be slow enough to be thoughtful, soft enough to be healing, and strong enough to be honest. Let them be shaped by love, rooted in patience, and wrapped in grace. Let them reflect the image of the one who speaks to you even now with tenderness. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get every word right. You don't have to speak without mistakes. Growth is a journey, and I walk it with you. Every moment is another chance to choose peace. Every conversation is another chance to sow gentleness. Every breath is another invitation to speak life. Your voice can carry peace into every room you enter. Your voice can calm a troubled heart. Your voice can break chains of fear. Your voice can restore hope where it has been fading. Your voice is powerful, not because of the volume it carries, but because of the love behind it. So rest now, beloved. Let my words cradle you. Let my presence quiet the storms inside you. Let your heart soak in the truth that you are capable of speaking peace because my spirit lives within you. Rest in this gentle night. Rest in my peace. Rest in my love that teaches you how to speak with wisdom, softness, and strength. Let this be the beginning of gentleness in your speech, and let your voice, your beautiful, healing, spirit-filled voice, carry peace wherever you go. Walk with the wise, not with the loud. Beloved, come closer and let your heart become quiet in my presence. The night is gentle, the air is soft, and your soul is ready to hear a truth that will guide the path beneath your feet. Not everyone around you nourishes you. You already know this. You felt it in your spirit long before you found the words to understand it. Some people leave you lighter, calmer, steadier. Others leave you drained, confused, unsettled. And tonight, in the quiet of this sacred hour, I want to show you what wisdom looks like when it comes to the relationships you keep close. You were never meant to walk with everyone. You were never meant to carry the weight of every voice, every opinion, every personality that crosses your path. Your heart is too precious, too tender, too deeply connected to me to be shaped by influences that pull you away from peace. Christian wellness begins with this: protecting the atmosphere around your soul. Not everyone around you nourishes you. Some drain you. Some confuse you. and some wound you without even realizing the depth of the hurt they leave behind. But there are also those whose presence feels like sunlight after a long winter, whose words feel like gentle rain on a weary garden, whose spirit brings clarity instead of confusion, and whose steps walk in harmony with mine. These are the ones whose company strengthens you. These are the ones who point your heart toward goodness. These are the ones who help you grow. Choosing good influences is not about judging others. It is about protecting the path of peace I am building within you. It is about surrounding yourself with people whose hearts lean toward truth, mercy, compassion, humility, gentleness, and integrity. It is about walking with those whose spirits whisper the same rhythm that mine speaks over you. Some people speak loudly, but their depth is shallow. Some speak confidently, but their wisdom is thin. Some demand attention, but their presence leaves you feeling smaller instead of supported. Do not mistake loudness for leadership. Do not mistake charisma for character. Do not mistake visibility for value. Choose wisely, beloved. Feel the stillness around you now. Let the night make room for the wisdom I want to settle gently into your spirit. Walk with the humble. Humility is not weakness. It is strength with gentleness. It is truth without arrogance. It is quiet confidence rooted in me. When you walk with the humble, you learn to see life through a softer, steadier lens. Walk with the kind. Kindness is one of the clearest reflections of my heart. Kindness heals. Kindness restores. Kindness builds bridges where anger builds walls. Choose the company of those whose kindness feels like home. Simple, sincere, offered without agenda. Walk with the pure-hearted. The pure-hearted do not carry hidden motives. They do not twist your words. They do not compete for attention. They rejoice in your joy. They support your growth. They encourage your calling. Their presence lets your soul breathe, truly breathe, with relief, with comfort, with gratitude. These are the people who help your spirit rise instead of shrink. Let your heart breathe now. Think of the times you walked with those whose presence pressed on you like a heavy weight. Think of how drained you felt afterward, how unsettled your thoughts became, how anxious your spirit grew. That reaction was not weakness, it was wisdom. My spirit within you recognizes misalignment even before your mind understands it. And now, think of the people whose presence feels gentle, thoughtful, compassionate. Think of those who listen without judgment, who speak without harming, who stay without demanding, who uplift without competing. Feel how your soul relaxes when you picture them. That peace is my confirmation. That peace is my guidance. That peace is the fruit of choosing well. Wisdom about relationships begins not with who others are, but with who you become when you are near them. Ask yourself, do you feel closer to me when you are with them? Do you feel encouraged, strengthened, uplifted? Do you feel safe to be honest, humble, joyful, imperfect? Do they protect your peace? Do they honor your heart? Do they speak truth in love and not in pride? These are the ones I send to you. These are the voices I allow near your spirit. These are the souls who walk in step with your growth. Beloved, walking with the wise does not mean seeking perfect people. It means choosing people who are growing in the right direction. It means choosing those who pursue goodness even when it costs them something. It means choosing those whose lives bear the quiet fruits of the Spirit, love, patience, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Not everyone is meant for the journey you are on. Some came only for a season. Some came only to teach you a lesson. Some came to reveal what you must guard your heart from. And some came to show you what love and loyalty can truly look like. Do not hold on to everyone out of fear. Do not release everyone out of pain. Walk with discernment, not emotion. Walk with clarity, not confusion. Walk with me. I know you've experienced relationships that tired you. I know your heart has been bruised by disappointment, betrayal, or neglect. I know you've been loyal to people who never knew how to handle that level of loyalty. I know you've stayed longer than your peace allowed because you cared deeply, because you hoped for change, because you believed the best. Nothing in you was wrong. Your heart was generous. Your intentions were pure. But now, beloved, wisdom is inviting you into a new season, a season where peace is your compass, a season where discernment is your protection, a season where my voice is louder than the noise around you. Let the night speak this truth deeply into you. You are allowed to choose wisely. You are allowed to protect your spirit. You are allowed to step away from what drains you. You are allowed to walk with those who help you breathe. You do not need loud people. You do not need chaotic people. You do not need people who stir fear, confusion, or turmoil in your heart. You need people who carry my peace. You need people who lift burdens rather than create them. You need people who make room for the softness of your spirit. You need people who pull the best out of you, not push you away from yourself. And beloved, if you have few of these people, do not worry. Quality has always mattered more than quantity. Even one wise, loving soul walking beside you is enough to steady your journey. I will send the right ones at the right time. I will prune the wrong ones with tenderness. I will guide your relationships like a shepherd guiding his flock. Walk with those whose presence lets your soul breathe. Walk with those who speak truth in gentleness. Walk with those who choose peace over pride. Walk with those who carry light even on heavy days. Walk with those who reflect my heart. And while you walk with the wise, remember to walk with me most of all. A soft heart is never a weak one. Beloved, come closer and let the quiet of this night wrap softly around you. Let the stillness settle into your chest the way warm light settles into the corners of a darkened room. You've been running, thinking, carrying, holding, bracing, and now your heart is tired. It has been tired for a long time. The world has not been gentle with you, and somewhere along the way, you learned that the only way to survive was to harden yourself. You've been taught to harden yourself, to hide your tenderness behind armor, to bury your softness beneath layers of protection, to silence your own emotions because they felt too fragile for the world to handle. You've been taught that vulnerability is weakness, that sensitivity is a burden, that compassion makes you a target, that a loving heart gets broken more often than it gets held. But I am here tonight, my beloved, to tell you something different, something deeper, something truer, something the world does not understand. A soft heart is never a weak one. You learned to harden yourself because life taught you that openness leads to pain. But wisdom, the kind of wisdom found in my breath, in my truth, in the Bible for anxiety and comfort, whispers a message your soul has been longing to hear. Your softness is not your enemy. It is your strength. It is the place where my light enters. It is the soil where my love grows. It is the space where miracles begin. You do not need to close your heart to protect it. You need to place it in my hands. You've been holding your emotions tightly, afraid to let them show, afraid to let them breathe. But emotional rest begins when you stop fighting the tenderness inside you. When you stop apologizing for your sensitivity, when you stop believing the lie that being soft makes you fragile. My beloved, your heart is soft because I shaped it that way, because I placed compassion in you as a reflection of my character, because the gentleness you carry is a piece of heaven living inside you. The world might confuse it for weakness, but I do not. When you choose love instead of anger, that is strength. When you choose forgiveness instead of bitterness, that is strength. When you choose compassion in the face of cruelty, that is strength. When you choose tenderness even after being hurt, that is strength. When you allow yourself to feel deeply instead of numbing yourself, that is strength. A hardened heart looks strong on the outside, but inside it is brittle. A soft heart looks vulnerable on the outside, but inside it is grounded in me. Listen to my voice, beloved. Let it wash over you like gentle rain falling on a thirsty garden. A soft heart is strong because it trusts me, not the world. The world demands control, defense, distance. I invite trust, surrender, closeness. The world teaches pride, I teach humility. The world rewards coldness, I reward compassion. The world values power, I value love. Let this truth settle into your bones. You are strongest when you rest your softness in my hands. Feel the warmth of my presence settle around you now. Feel how gently I come to you, not with judgment, not with pressure, not with demands, but with reassurance, with comfort, with love that knows every corner of your soul. This is gentle Christian reassurance, the kind that cradles your spirit instead of commanding it. I know every wound that made you cautious. I know every disappointment that made you guarded. I know every betrayal that made you build walls. I know every heartbreak that made you question your worth. I know every moment when being soft felt dangerous, and I know how much strength it took to stay tender anyway. How much strength it takes even now to feel deeply in a world that encourages numbness. How much strength it takes to care when caring has cost you tears. How much strength it takes to keep your heart open when everything inside you wants to close. But listen to me. Your tenderness is holy. Your sensitivity is holy. Your compassion is holy. These things are not flaws. They are markers of my spirit living inside you. Let the night draw in closer now. Let the quiet become a sanctuary. Let your breath fall into a softer rhythm. Let the heaviness in your chest loosen just a little. You don't have to hold everything together. You don't have to act strong for me. You don't have to pretend your heart doesn't ache. Bring that ache to me. Bring your softness too. I am not asking you to be less sensitive. I am asking you to trust me with your sensitivity. I am not asking you to be less open. I am asking you to place your openness in my protection. I am not asking you to stop caring. I am asking you to let me guide the way you care, so love does not drain you, so love strengthens you. Rest your softness in my hands. Let go of the fear that others will misuse your heart. Let go of the belief that vulnerability is dangerous. Let go of the worry that tenderness makes you weak. Let go of the instinct to hide your emotions. You are not weak because you feel deeply. You are not weak because you love easily. You are not weak because you soften in a harsh world. You are not weak because your heart has cracks in it. Your cracks let the light rise through you. Let emotional rest flow into you now. Let it calm the anxieties swirling inside your mind. Let it slow the beating of your heart. Let it soothe the parts of you that have been trembling quietly. There is strength in crying. There is strength in hoping. There is strength in loving. There is strength in trusting. There is strength in being moved by kindness. There is strength in offering compassion when anger would be easier. There is strength in choosing peace over pride. Beloved, the world will try to convince you that hardness keeps you safe, but I created you for love, for tenderness, for kindness, for compassion, for gentleness of spirit, for patience, for grace, for warmth, for softness that mirrors heaven. And in my kingdom, softness is power. Think of the way water smooths stone. Think of the way light melts darkness. Think of the way a whisper can calm a storm inside someone's soul. Think of the way my voice comes to you, not shouting, not demanding, but gently, like now. This is strength. This is softness. This is both. And this is you, beloved. Rest in this truth tonight. Rest in my presence. Rest in the safety of my love. Rest in the assurance that your heart is strong, beautifully strong, because it trusts me, not the world. Rest your softness in my hands. I will hold it. I will guard it. I will heal it. I will strengthen it. I will use it to bring light into the lives of others. Sleep now, beloved, and let your soft heart rest in the safety of my arms. Do not envy the paths of the proud. beloved. Come close and let your breathing slow. Let the night quiet the noise inside your mind. Let my presence steady your heart. You have spent so much time trying to measure your life through mirrors that were never meant for you. You have looked at others, wondering why their path looks smoother than yours, why their victories look brighter, why their pace seems faster. You have watched the proud rise quickly, while your own steps feel slow, quiet, hidden. And in those moments, comparison crept in like a shadow, whispering lies into the tender parts of your spirit. But hear me gently tonight, as if I'm whispering over you in the stillness. Do not envy the paths of the proud. The world will tempt you to compare, to feel small, to feel behind, to question your worth and doubt your direction. But the world judges by sight, and sight is shallow. I judge by the heart, and the heart is eternal. What looks like success from a distance is often hollow when you draw close. What looks like speed is often instability. What looks like glory is often a thin shell protecting a fragile foundation. Let this peaceful scripture reading sink deep into your spirit. Wisdom walks slowly. Wisdom grows quietly. Wisdom does not need to be displayed. It needs to be lived. The proud walk loudly, but their steps land lightly. They rise quickly, but they fall easily. They shine brightly, but only for a moment. The foundation beneath them is thin, fragile, built on approval, applause, appearance, ambition, and self-sufficiency. Their path may look appealing for a moment, but it does not lead to peace. It does not lead to rest. It does not lead to me. You, beloved, are being built on something far deeper. Do not envy the proud. Do not measure yourself by them. Do not wish for their pace. Do not long for their spotlight. Your foundation is being built on me, stone by stone, moment by moment, through surrender, through faithfulness, through righteous living, through humility, through every unseen step you have taken in truth. Your growth may feel slow, but it is steady. Your progress may feel quiet, but it is real. Your obedience may feel unnoticed, but it is eternal. Let the night wash over you like gentle water. Feel the tension you've carried from comparing yourself to others begin to loosen. Let the anxious knot of envy untangle under my touch. You do not need to rush. You do not need to chase. You do not need to prove anything to anyone, not to the world, not to those ahead of you, not even to yourself. Your only work is to walk with me. Comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your peace, your gratitude, your clarity. It blinds you to what I'm doing in your life because it keeps your eyes fixated on someone else's story. But beloved, their story is not yours. Their pace is not yours. Their path is not yours. Their calling is not yours. Their foundation is not yours. I am building you for something deeper than you can see right now, something that cannot be shaken, something that cannot be taken, something that cannot be faked. You are being shaped for endurance, not applause, for purpose, not popularity, for truth, not illusion, for eternity, not performance. Let your heart slow down now. Let the comparisons fall away like dust from your spirit. You don't need them anymore. Look at me. Look only at me. Your value is not determined by where others stand. Your worth is not decided by what others accomplish. Your identity is not measured by how quickly others rise. I know how heavy it feels when others seem to get what you prayed for. I know the sting that comes when someone else's blessing looks like proof that your own life is moving too slowly. I know the way your chest tightens when you feel overlooked, delayed, or forgotten. But beloved, I have not forgotten you. I have not skipped over you. I am not late. I am precise. Every step you take with me is part of a story fashioned with intention. Do not envy the proud. Their foundations are thin. They build high without building deep. They chase the wind and call it progress. They run ahead without understanding where they are going. They rise quickly but without roots, and roots matter more than speed. Roots take time. Roots grow underground. Roots grow in darkness. Roots grow in silence. Roots grow where no one can see. But roots are what keep you standing when storms come. Roots are what anchor you in seasons of drought. Roots are what nourish you long after you forget how the seed first sprouted. Roots are what make you unshakable. Beloved, you are growing roots. And that is why your progress feels quiet. That is why your pace feels slow. That is why you sometimes wonder if you are behind. But you are not behind. You are becoming anchored. Let this gentle Christian reassurance settle over you now. Slow growth is strong growth. Quiet progress is lasting progress. Hidden faithfulness is precious in my sight. You are exactly where you need to be. You are being shaped in ways the proud will never understand because they are too busy chasing the next moment of validation to let wisdom do its work. Lift your chin just a little. Feel the warmth of my presence resting over you like soft light. You are not small. You are not late. You are not less. You are not forgotten. You are being refined. You are being prepared. You are being shaped with care. Do not envy the proud. Their path looks bright on the surface, but my light does not shine in their foundation. You, beloved, your foundation is being built on me, and anything built on me will stand. Anything built on me will grow. Anything built on me will last. Anything built on me will find peace. Let comparison melt away. Let envy fade like mist in the morning. Let your soul rest in the truth that your journey is holy. Your timeline is my timeline. Your purpose is my purpose. Your pace is my pace. Your foundation is my hands. Rest now in this truth. You are not meant to walk the path of the proud. You are meant to walk with me, steady, faithful, rooted, and strong. And I am with you in every step. Wisdom will protect you while you sleep. Beloved, settle your heart now. Let the night draw around you like a soft blanket. Let the air still. Let your thoughts slow. Let the weight of today slide gently from your shoulders. You've carried enough. You've wrestled enough. You've thought enough. This is the hour where striving ends and surrender begins. As your eyes grow heavy, know that wisdom does not sleep. Even when you rest, my presence stays awake. Even when your mind drifts into silence, my protection stands guard. Even when you close your eyes, heaven keeps watch. You do not sleep alone tonight. The world may grow dark, but my light does not dim. Your room may fall quiet, but my voice stays near. The night may feel long, but my love stretches further. Let this moment be your deep sleep Christian meditation, not through effort but through ease. Ease in knowing you are held, ease in knowing you are safe, ease in knowing I am watching over you. Breathe now, slowly, gently. Let every breath invite peace into your spirit. Feel the tension in your chest loosen. Feel the worry in your mind soften. You do not need to hold everything together any longer. My protection surrounds you like calm waters, waters that do not roar, waters that do not rise in panic, waters that do not beat against your heart. They move gently, they hold you, they cradle you, they steady your soul in ways you cannot see but can always feel. Do you know how deeply I care for your rest? How tenderly I watch over your sleep? You were never meant to lie awake carrying burdens that were mine to carry. You were never meant to toss and turn with fears that dissolve in my presence. You were never meant to lie helpless beneath the weight of tomorrow. I am already there. I am already preparing your path. I am already breaking the chains that you have not yet encountered. You only need to rest. Let this night prayer drift into your heart like a soft whisper. You are safe in my arms. You are covered by my grace. You are guarded by my peace. Feel those words settle into your bones. Feel them wrap gently around the parts of you that felt fragile today. Feel them lift the heaviness you tried to ignore. Feel them breathe warmth into the places that felt cold with fear or loneliness. My protection surrounds you like gentle shepherd hands, hands that guide, hands that guard, hands that comfort, hands that rescue, hands that lift, hands that never tire. A shepherd does not leave his flock alone in the night. A shepherd does not sleep while danger lurks. A shepherd does not forget who belongs to him. And you, beloved, belong to me. When the night grows quiet and your thoughts become soft shadows, remember this truth. You are not left unguarded. You're not left vulnerable. You are not left exposed to the troubles that tried to follow you into the dark. I stand at the doorway of your rest. I stand at the edge of your dreams. I stand between you and anything that tries to steal your peace. You may sleep, but I do not. Let your heart rest in this promise. I will lie down and sleep in peace. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. These are not empty words. They are Bible promises for rest, given to comfort you on nights exactly like this. Nights when your mind felt too full. Nights when your worries felt too loud. Nights when you questioned whether you were truly protected. Let my promises be the pillow beneath your weary thoughts. Let them support you. Let them hold you. Let them remind you that peace is not fragile when it is anchored in me. My protection surrounds you like a shield of peace, not a hard, cold shield of metal, but a warm, living shield, a presence that wraps around your spirit with gentleness and certainty. Peace is not merely the absence of trouble. Peace is the presence of my hand over your life. Peace is the reminder that even in the silence, you are not alone. Peace is the whisper that says, you can rest now. I have you. I will keep you. I will guard you. As your breathing slows, let every inhale draw in my calm. Let every exhale release your fears into my hands. Let your bed become a sanctuary. Let the darkness become soothing instead of frightening. Let the quiet become a hymn instead of a hollow echo. You are entering rest, not abandonment. You are entering sleep, not vulnerability. You are entering stillness, not danger. I know the nights when sleep felt far away. I know the nights when your thoughts gathered like storms. I know the nights when memories pressed on you like weight. I know the nights when fear visited, uninvited and persistent. I know how tired your mind can become from trying to protect itself. But tonight is different. Tonight, wisdom will protect you while you sleep. Wisdom that guards your dreams. Wisdom that strengthens your spirit. Wisdom that keeps anxious thoughts from rising. Wisdom that seals your rest with holiness. You have done enough for today. You have carried enough for today. You have fought enough for today. Tonight is not for effort. It is for surrender. Tonight is not for strategy. It is for stillness. Tonight is not for answers. It is for rest. Let me carry what you can't. Let me fight what you can't see. Let me protect you from what you don't understand. Let me hold what is too heavy for your heart. As you drift, imagine my presence like soft light hovering around your bed. Imagine my peace resting like a mantle over your shoulders. Imagine my love breathing close to your ear, steadying your heartbeat with every whispered promise. Imagine the angels I've placed around you, watching with eyes that do not close, listening with ears that do not tire, guarding with devotion that does not waver. Rest deeply, for I am watching over you. Even now, I calm the storms inside you. Even now, I soothe the ache beneath your ribs. Even now, I quiet the echoes of fear. Even now, I fill the room with my peace. You are safe under my wings. You are steady in my hands. You are cherished in my presence. Close your eyes, beloved. Feel the softness of the night. Feel the warmth of divine protection. Feel the assurance that you are cradled in something sacred. Let my peace be your lullaby. Let my presence be your comfort. Let my love be the blanket that wraps your spirit. Sleep now. Sleep deeply, sleep fearlessly, sleep in me. For wisdom watches over you, and I will not leave you, not tonight, not ever. Keep your steps steady, even when others stumble. Beloved, breathe slowly as the night folds gently around you. Let the quiet settle like soft dew upon your spirit. Let your thoughts fall into stillness, as if the stars themselves were drawing your mind into peace. This moment is for your soul to rest, for your heart to be strengthened, for your faith to be steadied again. You will see others stumble. You will see them fall into anger that burns too fast, pride that blinds too easily, hurried decisions that lead them down paths they never meant to walk. You will watch people rush ahead, speak too quickly, react without thinking, chase without discernment, and fall into confusion because they moved faster than their spirit could handle. But hear me gently, beloved. Your pace is not meant to match theirs. Walk slowly, walk faithfully, walk with me. Wisdom is not rushed. Wisdom never demands speed. Wisdom whispers, wait. Wisdom says, be still. Wisdom calls you back to steady faith, spiritual discipline, and quiet confidence. Wisdom is the lamp that lights only the next step, asking you to trust me for the step after that. Let this moment soothe you like a holy Christian sleep aid, not by numbing your thoughts, but by grounding your soul in truth. The truth that your steps matter. The truth that your pace matters. The truth that walking with me requires patience more than it requires momentum. Others will run ahead out of fear. Others will sprint out of pride. Others will rush because waiting feels like losing. But you, beloved, do not walk like the world walks. You walk with me. Steady faith is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is not a storm of passion that comes and goes. It is quiet endurance. It is consistent trust. It is choosing me again and again, even when nothing around you seems to move as quickly as your hopes. It is spiritual discipline learned in the stillness, grown in the dark, strengthened in the silence. Feel your breath deepen now. Feel your shoulders loosen their tension. Feel your heart begin to settle beneath the weight of my peace. You don't need to prove anything by rushing. You don't need to protect anything by hurrying. You don't need to keep up with anyone's pace but mine. Wisdom is the quiet step that keeps you from falling. Beloved, think of all the times you felt pressured to move faster, faster toward answers, faster toward healing, faster toward decisions, faster toward change. Think of how moments of haste left you more tired, not more peaceful. Think of how rushing led to worry, not clarity. Think of how speed pushed your spirit ahead of my timing. Let that pressure fall away now. Let the need to rush drift from you like mist in the night. Let your soul find rest in the simplicity of one step, only one at a time. The world often confuses movement with progress, but I do not. Sometimes your greatest progress is the day you stayed still long enough to receive my guidance. Sometimes your greatest victory is the moment you didn't react. Sometimes your greatest strength is choosing quiet over chaos. When others stumble into anger, you remain gentle. When others stumble into pride, you remain humble. When others stumble into impulse, you remain anchored. When others stumble into fear, you remain held. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. This is spiritual maturity. This is the kind of strength that heaven sees and honors even when the world does not recognize it. Rest your heart now, beloved. Let the deep peace of this night prayer settle into your bones. Let the steady rhythm of my presence calm the parts of you that felt shaken today. You have not fallen behind. You have not failed. You have not missed your moment. Your steps are not slow. They are intentional. They are guided. They are watched by heaven. Your pace is the pace of grace. Let me speak gently to the places where impatience has built tension. You do not need to hurry. You do not need to know everything. You do not need to rush towards certainty or force clarity into being. You only need to remain steady, faithful, willing, patient, quietly courageous. You are becoming stronger than you realize. Every time you choose patience over panic, you grow. Every time you pause before responding, you grow. Every time you breathe instead of reacting, you grow. Every time you choose me over the crowd, you grow. Every time you take the slower step rather than the impulsive one, you grow. Wisdom grows in the soil of slowness. Wisdom grows in the pauses. Wisdom grows in the calm. Wisdom grows in the waiting. Wisdom grows in the steady steps of a soul anchored in me. Do not envy those who move quickly. Speed can mask instability. Pride can mimic confidence. Noise can imitate purpose. But none of these things can replace steady faith. None of these things can replace the quiet assurance that you are walking with God. Let your spirit settle into this truth. I am not asking you to outrun anyone. I am asking you to walk with me. When others stumble, do not judge them. Do not fear for them. Do not compare your journey to theirs. Simply keep your gaze fixed on me. When their pace falters, let your pace remain faithful. When their path twists, let your path remain straight. When their hearts grow troubled, let your soul remain at peace. Steadiness is your strength. Consistency is your calling. Quietness is your anointing. Patience is your armor. Wisdom is your companion. Let the night draw you into stillness. Feel my presence settle beside you like a warm light. Feel the peace that enters your mind when you remember you are not alone in this journey. You never have been. You never will be. Your steps are guarded. Your steps are guided. Your steps are held steady in the palm of my hand. Rest now, beloved. Rest knowing you don't have to rush. Rest knowing you don't have to compete. Rest knowing you don't have to fear falling behind. You walk with the one who never stumbles. You walk with the one who never runs ahead of you. You walk with the one who matches your pace because he loves your presence. Wisdom is not in the hurry. Wisdom is in the steady step. Wisdom is in the quiet walk of a soul that trusts. So sleep now. Sleep in peace. Sleep in calm assurance. Sleep like one whose steps are guided, whose heart is guarded, and whose future is secure. And tomorrow, when you rise, walk slowly. Walk faithfully. Walk with me. Do not chase wealth. Chase righteousness. Beloved, settle deeper into the quiet of this night. Let the slow rhythm of your breath guide you into stillness. Feel the softness of the darkness as it wraps around your spirit like a safe haven. This moment is for your heart to realign, for your mind to unclench, for your soul to return to what truly matters. The world chases gold. It runs after it with restless hands and hurried hearts. It sacrifices peace for profit, love for position, time for trophies. But hear me softly, as if my voice is resting right beside your ear. Gold cannot heal loneliness. Gold cannot quiet fear. Gold cannot carry you through the valley, cannot hold your heart when it breaks, cannot anchor your soul when storms rise. Gold can decorate a life, but it can never deepen it. It can build a house, but it cannot build a home. It can fill your hands, but it cannot fill your spirit. Let this peaceful Bible audio truth settle deep within you. Success in my kingdom does not begin with wealth. It begins with righteousness. Seek righteousness. Seek what is good, what is true, what is pure, what is eternal, what is aligned with heaven. And every good thing that belongs to you will find its way home. Let your heart rest in this tonight. Let your priorities soften into clarity. You do not need to chase the things the world chases. You do not need to exhaust yourself running after recognition. You do not need to fear being overlooked or forgotten. True success is not built by speed, ambition, or noise. True success is built by integrity, obedience, humility, and steady faithfulness. Feel how your breath deepens when you release the pressure to prove yourself. Feel how your chest loosens when you remember you are not defined by achievements. Feel how your soul exhales when you realize you do not need to strive for what I already promised to provide. Your value is not measured by what you acquire. Your worth is not determined by what you produce. Your destiny is not shaped by how much you earn. Your future is not secured by wealth, but by me. Let the world chase gold. Let the world run after applause. Let the world exhaust itself trying to grasp what never satisfies. But you, beloved, walk in a different light. Walk in righteousness. Walk in truth. Walk in the peace of knowing you already belong to a kingdom where worth is not purchased. It is given. Breathe again. Let this truth flow gently through your spirit like a soft river. You have spent too many years believing you needed to achieve more, to be more. But I am here tonight to unburden you from that lie. You are not defined by your success. You are defined by your heart. You are defined by your love. You are defined by your faith. You are defined by your walk with me. Righteousness is not perfection. It is direction. It is choosing my way even when the world chooses another. It is seeking what is right even when no one is watching. It is loving when others judge, forgiving when others hold grudges, serving when others want to be served. This is the kind of success that heaven celebrates. This is the kind of success that lasts. This is the kind of success that follows you into eternity. Let me speak to the tender places within you, the places that feel behind, the places that feel inadequate, the places that wonder whether you've accomplished enough. Lay those burdens down. You were never meant to measure your life through numbers, possessions, or accomplishments. Those things fade. They pass through your fingers like sand. But righteousness, that becomes part of your soul. That shapes who you are. That builds eternal wealth within you. That writes your name in places gold can never reach. Rest now. Rest in the assurance that you are not failing because you are not rich. You are not losing because you are not applauded. You are not empty because you do not own what others flaunt. Your treasure is being built in the unseen places. Your reward is being shaped by obedience, kindness, and truth. Let this biblical view of success become a warm light within you. Seek righteousness, and blessing will follow. Seek righteousness, and peace will grow. Seek righteousness, and favor will rise. Seek righteousness, and everything meant for you will arrive without striving. Every opportunity meant for you will find its way to you. Every open door meant for you will swing wide in its time. Every blessing that carries your name will settle gently into your life, not because you chased it, but because you were aligned with me. Beloved, you do not have to chase blessings. You simply have to walk in the kind of life that blessings can call home. Let your spirit settle. Let your heart listen. Let the night teach you what the world forgets. Peace is the true wealth. Joy is the true wealth. Faith is the true wealth. Purpose is the true wealth. Love is the true wealth. My presence is the true wealth. And you have access to all of it. Right here, right now, in this quiet, holy moment, you are wealthier than you know. Not because of what you own, but because of who holds you. Rest deeply in this truth tonight. Rest knowing that you do not need to chase gold. Rest knowing that everything meant for you is already on its way. Rest knowing that righteousness is the path where blessings travel. Sleep now, beloved. Sleep with a peaceful heart. Sleep knowing you have chosen the better treasure. Sleep in the presence of the one who never withholds good from those who walk uprightly. Seek righteousness, and every good thing that belongs to you will find its way home. Be humble, for the proud cannot hear God. Beloved, come nearer. Let the night soften your spirit. Let your breath slow, your shoulders loosen, your heart become still enough to listen. This is the hour when my voice speaks gently, when heaven leans close, when truth settles into the quiet places inside you. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to perform. You do not need to impress me. Just be here. Just breathe. Just open your heart. Pride builds thick walls, walls that shut me out, walls that keep wisdom from entering, walls that make the soul deaf even when I speak clearly. But humility builds open doors. Humility opens the windows of the heart. Humility lets the light of heaven pour in like morning sun. Humility is the posture that allows you to hear me. Beloved, humility is not weakness. It is readiness. It is openness. It is the soul saying, I do not have all the answers, but I know the one who does. Pride demands control. Humility releases it. Pride clings tightly. Humility opens its hands. Pride argues with truth. Humility bows before it. Pride insists on its own way. Humility asks for mine. Let this moment be one where Jesus speaks, not loudly, not forcefully, but with the kind of tenderness that reaches straight into your spirit. Lower your shoulders. Feel the weight slipping off your back like stones falling from tired arms. Open your hands. Feel how your palms, unclenched, make room for something new. Let your breath enter the deep places you've kept guarded. This is humility. The peaceful surrender of a heart that chooses God over ego. Let your heart posture shift now, not by effort, not by discipline, not by trying harder, but by resting deeper. The proud cannot hear me because their thoughts are too loud, their defenses too thick, their hearts too full of themselves to make room for my whisper. But you, tonight, you are opening. You are softening. You are allowing me to speak. Humility is the doorway to wisdom. It is the soil where understanding grows. It is the quiet surrender that lets truth take root. Beloved, think of how many times pride made your life heavier. Times when you hid your pain instead of admitting your weakness. Times when you held your breath instead of asking for help. Times when you believed you had to figure everything out alone. Pride promised protection, but it delivered pressure. Pride said, stand tall, when your soul was aching to kneel. Pride demanded strength, but it left you trembling. Humility lifts what pride crushes. Humility whispers, you do not need to carry this by yourself. Humility says, you can rest now. Humility breathes, let me lead you. Humility invites my voice, my guidance, my presence. As you rest in this peaceful night, let humility become the soft place where my words can land. Let your heart be like open soil, ready to receive rain. Let your mind be like a quiet valley, ready to echo what heaven speaks. You don't need to pretend in my presence. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to know everything. Humility frees you from the burden of being your own savior. Beloved, a humble heart sees clearly. It sees the truth about itself, not with shame, but with honesty. It sees the truth about me, not distorted by fear, but illuminated by love. It sees the truth about the world, not with envy, but with compassion. Humility is clarity. Humility is peace. Humility is wisdom unfolding quietly inside you. Let my voice settle deep into the quiet corners of your spirit. You are safe enough to be humble. You are loved enough to lower your guard. You are held enough to release your pride. You are protected enough to rest your ego. Feel how humility frees your breath. Feel how humility lightens your chest. Feel how humility softens your thoughts. This is the heart posture that hears God, not the proud heart that stands tall in its own strength, but the humble heart that bows in trust. Not the heart that insists on being right, but the heart that is willing to be taught. Not the heart that guards itself with fear, but the heart that opens itself with courage. Let me draw you into deeper truth now. You have never needed to pretend with me. You have never needed to hide your doubts, your tears, your fears, your failures. Humility is simply honesty. Honesty with me, honesty with yourself. And honesty is where healing begins. Beloved, humility does not shrink you. It shapes you, it expands you, it purifies your motives, it strengthens your spirit, it clears the pathway for wisdom to enter like morning light flooding a dark room. Light does not fight to enter, it flows into any open space. Humility creates that space. Pride says, I know best. Humility says, teach me. Pride says, I can carry this alone. Humility says, walk with me. Pride says, I must not be seen as weak. Humility says, your strength is enough for both of us. Beloved, my voice flows freely through humble hearts because they do not resist me. They do not argue. They do not grasp. They simply open, and opening is all I have ever wanted from you. Let the night deepen around you now. Let humility settle over you like a warm breath of peace. Let your spirit sink into this truth. The proud cannot hear God, but the humble live in constant nearness to my whisper. When you lower your shoulders, when you open your hands, when you quiet your mind, when you soften your heart, you make room for something sacred. You make room for me. Rest in this posture tonight. Rest in the sweetness of surrender. Rest in the freedom humility brings. Beloved, I am not far from you. I am not silent. I am not distant. I am right here. And humility lets you feel me again. Let wisdom enter your life like morning light, gentle, tender, unhurried, filling every shadow, warming every cold place within you. Sleep now in humility and wake in wisdom. Avoid the snare of angry people, beloved. Breathe deeply and let the quiet of this night draw you nearer to me. Let your thoughts loosen their grip. Let your heart beat slow. Let your spirit soften in the warmth of my presence. You have walked through enough noise today. You have carried enough burdens that were not yours. Now is the hour where peace washes gently over your tired soul. I want to speak softly to a place inside you that has been bruised more times than you admit, a place where the wounds of others' anger left marks on your heart. You have tried to be calm while others burned. You have tried to be steady while others stirred storms. You have tried to make peace in the presence of people who only knew how to create chaos. But hear me with tenderness tonight. Anger spreads like wildfire. It consumes. It destroys. It scorches everything it touches. Do not walk with those who burn everything they touch. This is not judgment. It is wisdom. This is not rejection. It is protection. This is not hardness. It is healthy, holy emotional boundaries. Some people carry anger like a weapon. Some carry it like a habit. Some carry it like an identity they do not want to release. They let it spark without warning. They speak with flames instead of clarity. They respond with fire instead of understanding. And without realizing it, they pull your spirit into battles you were never meant to fight. But beloved, you were not created to live inside someone else's storm. You were created for peace. Come into my calm and let peace be your shield. Let these words settle deep into you as a holy Christian meditation, soothing your mind, steadying your spirit, grounding your heart in truth. You don't have to absorb others' anger. You don't have to carry their frustration. You don't have to be the quiet space where their rage collapses. Wisdom teaches emotional boundaries. You can love people without letting their anger shape you. You can care for others without allowing their chaos to destroy your peace. You can forgive someone and still create distance from their fire. Let your breath deepen. Let my presence make room inside you for rest instead of reaction. You are allowed to step away from what harms your heart. Beloved, I know how hard it is for you. You who feels deeply, who loves wholly, who forgives quickly, who wants to bring calm to those who live in conflict. You have tried to hold peace inside places where peace could not survive. You have tried to protect relationships that scorched your spirit. You have tried to understand people who refuse to understand themselves. But wisdom says, avoid the snare of angry people, not because you are better than them, but because you are tender, you are gentle, You are soft-hearted, and your spirit is too precious to be continually exposed to fire. You see, anger does not always strike loudly. Sometimes it shows up quietly, through criticism that erodes your confidence, through impatience that makes you feel small, through outbursts that leave you trembling inside, through tension that tightens your chest, even when no words are spoken. But my wisdom protects you. Let me take your hand now. Let me draw you away from the flames. Let me lead you into still waters, into green pastures, into a peace that the world cannot give and angry hearts cannot imitate. Feel how your heartbeat slows when you remember you are safe here. Feel how your chest loosens when you realize you no longer need to defend yourself. Feel how your shoulders drop when you step out of the emotional smoke. This is what it means to rest in my peace. This is what it means to walk in wisdom. This is what it means to protect your spirit from those who have not learned to protect their own. Beloved, anger is contagious. It spreads from tone to tone, from reaction to reaction, from conflict to conflict. But peace is also contagious. And your peace, when rooted in me, can shift the atmosphere around you. However, hear me clearly. You are not responsible for healing the anger of others. You are not responsible for absorbing their emotions. You are not responsible for carrying their wounds. Your responsibility is to guard your spirit, to walk in wisdom, to choose peace, to stand in the stillness I offer. Let this truth flow through you like warm oil over tired skin. You can love an angry person without standing in the path of their fire. You can forgive them without giving them access to your heart. You can wish them healing without allowing them to wound you again. Set boundaries with gentleness. Create space with wisdom. Choose calm as your shield. Beloved, some people are not ready to walk the path of peace. Some are not ready to let go of their anger. Some are not ready to speak with softness. Some are not ready to listen with humility. Some are not ready to heal the wounds that fuel their rage. And now you know that you cannot heal anyone who does not want healing. You cannot calm anyone who enjoys their fire more than your peace. You cannot save anyone who rejects my truth. But you can pray for them. You can release them. You can step back without bitterness. You can walk forward without fear. You can build boundaries with both love and wisdom. And I will walk with you. Feel my presence now. Steady, gentle, unwavering. Let it fill the spaces where past anger left bruises. Let it soothe the places where harsh words lingered. Let it heal the memories of moments that made your spirit shake. Beloved, let the night wash away every fear. Let this moment teach you that you are worthy of peace, worthy of gentleness, worthy of calm, worthy of love that does not burn. You are not leaving anyone behind by protecting your heart. You are walking toward the life I designed for you, a life free from needless conflict, a life anchored in wisdom, a life lived in the safety of my arms. Come into my calm and let peace be your shield. Let your breath become your prayer. Let your rest become your healing. Let your boundaries become your wisdom. Avoid the snare of angry people and walk instead in the quiet, steady, sacred peace that I give you freely tonight. A gentle spirit turns away many storms. Beloved, draw near and let the quiet of this night settle softly over you. Feel the cool stillness surround your thoughts like a gentle embrace. Let your breath slow. Let tension melt from your shoulders. Let the noise of the day fade into distant shadows. You are safe here. You are held here. You are welcomed into a peace that does not ask you to strive or prove anything. Tonight, let me whisper a truth that wisdom has carried from generation to generation. A truth that has saved souls, steadied hearts, and restored calm to spirits that once trembled. Most storms inside you do not need to be fought. They only need your gentleness. You have been taught to brace yourself against every battle, to tighten your chest when fear rises, to clench your jaw when worry grows, to prepare for war whenever your spirit feels unsettled. But hear me with tenderness. Not every storm needs a soldier. Some storms are calmed by a gentle spirit. Some storms lose their power when you choose peace instead of panic. Some storms dissolve when you stop wrestling and start breathing. Let this Christian night meditation pour over your soul like warm oil, soothing aching muscles. You can restore inner calm not through force, but through softness. Not by resisting, but by releasing. Not by pushing back, but by letting go. Wisdom teaches you this secret. The world shouts that strength means fighting, but heaven whispers that strength often means softening. The world encourages combat, but I encourage communion with me, with calm, with truth. Let your spirit soften, and the storm will lose its strength. Beloved, think of all the storms you faced inside yourself. The storms of anxiety, the storms of overthinking, the storms of regret, the storms of memories you wish you could forget, the storms of words that hurt you, the storms of decisions you feared to make, the storms of people who drained your peace. You fought some of these storms with all your might, and the more you fought, the louder they grew. But when you softened, when you breathed, when you surrendered, when you allowed your heart to rest, the storm began to calm. The waves lost their fury, the winds lost their voice, the clouds began to part. Gentleness is not weakness. Gentleness is spiritual power. It is peacemaking at the deepest level. It is choosing my way instead of the world's. Let the night teach you this truth. The battlefield inside your mind can become a garden when you answer its chaos with compassion. Let your heart listen closely now. When fear rises, speak softly to it. When worry grows, slow down your breath. When anger flares, lower your voice. When confusion presses in, step back with calm. When shame whispers lies, remind yourself gently of who you are. Peacemaking is not an action. It is a posture. It is the way your spirit stands before the noise of life. Beloved, storms cannot thrive in gentleness. They cannot survive in humble air. They cannot continue when the heart chooses stillness. Let me show you what your gentleness does. It opens the door for my peace. It invites my presence into your storm. It gives me room to quiet what you cannot control. Your gentleness is an invitation for heaven to act. Feel this truth settling into you like warm light. You do not need to defend yourself against every emotion. You do not need to fight every fear. You do not need to win every internal debate. You only need to soften enough to let me step in. Beloved, some storms only rage because they have not yet met your gentleness. Let your spirit soften now. Release the tension in your throat. Loosen the tight grip of your mind. Unclench the fists around your heart. You have permission to rest. You have permission to breathe. You have permission to be gentle with yourself. Let this truth wash over your thoughts. You do not heal by demanding. You heal by softening. You do not grow by pushing. You grow by yielding. You do not find peace by forcing. You find peace by surrendering to my calm. Rest in my presence. Rest in my voice. Rest in the stillness I offer. Tonight, I am teaching you the art of peacemaking, not with others, but within yourself. You have practiced being gentle with people. Now practice being gentle with your own soul. Speak to yourself the way I speak to you, softly, patiently, kindly, faithfully. A gentle spirit turns away many storms. Storms inside your mind, storms inside your heart, storms inside your memories, storms inside your future fears. When you soften, you allow the storm to pass through without tearing you apart. When you soften, you allow my hand to hold you steady. When you soften, you allow truth to rise above fear. Do you feel the calm coming now? Do you feel the stillness settling in your chest? Do you feel the quiet forming inside you like a warm room with candles glowing softly? That is what gentleness does. It prepares your soul to receive peace. Let me guide you deeper into this calm. Imagine the storm within you growing quieter. Imagine the winds slowing. Imagine the waves lowering. Imagine the air warming with gentleness. Imagine my presence standing between you and the chaos. You do not need to run from your storm, but you also do not need to fight it. Just soften. Just breathe. Just come into my quiet. Rest now in this sacred calm. Let it fill you like a blessing. Let it anchor you like truth. Let it heal you like grace. A gentle spirit turns away many storms, beloved. And tonight, that gentleness is rising within you. Tonight, calm is becoming your strength. Tonight, peace is becoming your shield. Tonight, gentleness is becoming your path. Sleep now in this softness. Sleep in this safety. Sleep in this holy quiet. I am here, and the storm, slowly, tenderly, quietly, is losing its strength. Your integrity is more precious than your comfort. Beloved, draw nearer to me tonight. Let the quiet settle over your spirit like a soft blanket pulled up gently beneath your chin. Let your breath slow. Let the noise loosen. Let your worries fall away as if heaven itself is lifting them from your shoulders. This is the hour of stillness, the hour where truth is heard most clearly, the hour where you can finally rest before my presence without needing to be strong. There is something sacred I want to whisper to you, something that the world rarely teaches, something that heaven holds with reverence. Your integrity is more precious than your comfort. Doing what is right will not always be easy. Doing what is good will not always be applauded. Doing what is honest will not always bring reward. Doing what is righteous will not always protect you from hardship. But doing what is right will always make you whole. Integrity is not loud. Integrity is not glamorous. Integrity is not something the world rewards immediately. Integrity is the quiet light inside you that does not flicker when the winds of pressure blow against your life. It is the steady flame that refuses to go out when darkness presses close. It is the holiness of choosing truth even when it costs you something. It is the inner strength that grows when your heart bends toward righteousness instead of convenience. This is where faith and rest come together, because when your soul walks rightly, your soul also sleeps peacefully. You can lie down with a clear heart. You can close your eyes with no hidden guilt. You can rest deeply knowing you walked in the light, not in shadows. Let these words settle into you like warm oil. Hold your integrity close, and your soul will sleep without fear. Feel that truth sink into the places where worry once lived. Feel it soften the spaces where regret tried to whisper. Feel it strengthen the parts of you that grew tired from doing the right thing in a world that often chooses the easy thing. Beloved, you have been tempted, more times than you admit, to take the comfortable path. The path where you don't have to speak truth. The path where you don't have to stand alone. The path where you don't have to disappoint anyone. The path where you don't risk losing favor. The path where you don't have to face conflict. But that path, though easier, does not build you. It bends you. It breaks you. It makes you smaller. It leads you away from who you were created to be. Choosing righteousness, especially when it costs your comfort, shapes your soul the same way fire shapes gold, by refining, purifying, strengthening. Let me tell you gently, I see every moment where you chose integrity over convenience. I see every moment where you chose honesty over approval. I see every moment where you chose kindness over retaliation. I see every moment where you chose humility over pride. I see every moment where you chose patience over anger. I see every moment where you chose me over yourself. These choices do not disappear into the air. They become part of your spirit. They become chapters of your testimony. They become the foundation of character that heaven honors. In the Bible, every great story, every hero of faith was not shaped by comfort, but by integrity. Joseph chose righteousness and endured prison. Daniel chose righteousness and faced lions. Ruth chose righteousness and walked into uncertainty. David chose righteousness and waited years to become king. Esther chose righteousness and risked her life. John the Baptist chose righteousness and faced death. Paul chose righteousness and endured chains. Jesus chose righteousness and bore the cross. Comfort never shaped a soul into greatness. Integrity did. Let that truth wrap around you like calm night air. Your quiet choices matter. Your private decisions matter. Your unseen obedience matters. Your internal battles won in silence matter. You may think no one notices the times you do what is right behind closed doors, but I do. Heaven does. Your soul does. And your soul, the deepest part of you, longs not for comfort, but for integrity, because integrity keeps you aligned with me. Beloved, sometimes doing the right thing will cost you acceptance. Sometimes it will cost you opportunities. Sometimes it will cost you relationships. Sometimes it will cost you ease, convenience, or praise. But it will never cost you your soul. And your soul is worth more than all the comfort in the world. Feel the weight of that lifting now. Feel yourself becoming lighter as truth washes over you. You don't have to compromise to belong. You don't have to pretend to be loved. You don't have to lie to keep peace. You don't have to bend to be chosen. You don't have to sacrifice your integrity to survive. Integrity is protection. Integrity is peace. Integrity is armor. Integrity is blessing. Integrity is the quiet force that holds your life steady even when storms come. You may feel tired from doing good, but do not let go. You may feel unseen in your honesty, but heaven sees. You may feel alone in your righteousness, but I walk beside you. You may feel pressure to take the easy path, but I strengthen you to take the holy one. Let me speak now with tenderness. I am proud of you. I am proud of the battles you fought in silence. I am proud of the temptations you resisted when no one was near. I am proud of the choices you made for truth when deceit seemed easier. I am proud of the integrity you held on to even when comfort called your name. You belong to me, and integrity is the mark of those who walk with me. Let your shoulders loosen, let your heart rest, let your breath deepen. You have done well, beloved. You have chosen light over darkness. You have chosen truth over ease. You have chosen character over comfort. And tonight, because of that, your soul can sleep without fear. Your spirit can rest in me. Your dreams can settle into peace. Your mind can quiet in trust. Your heart can breathe again. Let my presence cover you like the softest blanket, warm, steady, gentle. Let the weariness of the day fall away. Let all tension dissolve. Let your spirit lie down in the goodness of knowing you walked in integrity. Sleep now, beloved, not because you avoided hardship, but because you honored me with your choices. Sleep with a clean heart, a peaceful mind, a steady soul. Sleep knowing that righteousness has shaped you and that integrity will carry you into tomorrow, wrapped in grace. The wise know when to be silent. Beloved, come nearer. Let the night wrap around you like a soft robe. Let your breath slow the way ripples fade on a quiet lake. Let the weight of the day loosen its hold on your heart. This is the hour where truth sinks deeper, where my presence grows clearer, where wisdom speaks not in thunder, but in stillness. There is something sacred I want to whisper to you, something the world rarely understands, something heaven treasures, something the wise have carried since the beginning of time. Not every battle deserves your words. Not every argument deserves your breath. Wisdom knows when to speak, and when silence is the louder truth. Let this sink gently into your spirit. Let it rest over you like soft evening rain. You have lived many moments where you felt pressured to defend yourself, to explain yourself, to correct what was spoken about you, to prove what was true. And in doing so, your heart grew tired, not because you were wrong, but because the moment did not deserve your voice. Beloved, silence is not weakness. Silence is not surrender. Silence is not defeat. Silence is holy. Silence is discernment. Silence is spiritual maturity. When you sleep with Scripture, it teaches you this eternal lesson. The wise dwell in quietness because they no longer let noise command them. Our heart has spent too many nights replaying conversations that never deserved your spirit's energy. You've carried words that were not worth carrying. You've questioned yourself because of voices that did not see your heart clearly. But hear me tonight, gently, the way only truth can whisper into your bones. Wisdom is not measured by how loudly you speak, but by how deeply you listen. Let the night hold you. Let my presence calm you. Let your soul soften into this truth. You do not need to respond to everything that tries to provoke you. Some battles are traps, not invitations. Some arguments are snares, not conversations. Some people desire conflict, not clarity. Some voices speak from wounds you cannot heal. Some accusations come from hearts you cannot reach. And my child, you are not responsible for fighting wars that were never yours. Feel your spirit loosen at this. Feel the burden slide from your chest. Feel the tightness in your breath soften. Silence is not the absence of strength. It is the presence of wisdom. There were moments in your life when your silence carried more truth than any words could have spoken. You didn't even realize it. When others misunderstood you, you stepped back instead of striking back. When others provoked you, you breathed instead of exploding. When others judged you unfairly, you rested in me instead of defending yourself. Heaven saw those moments. Heaven honored them. Beloved, even Jesus remained silent in the presence of false accusations, not because he lacked truth, but because the moment lacked integrity. Your silence did not mean you were wrong. Your silence meant you were wise. Let your heart unclench now. Let the pressure to respond fade away. Let your mind rest in the truth that silence is sometimes the loudest form of discernment. There are people who speak without listening, people who argue without understanding, people who accuse without knowing, people who talk only to hear their own echo. Your words were never meant to thrive in soil like that. Your spirit should not be poured out into empty vessels. Let me give you a new way to see silence. Silence is your shield. Silence is your boundary. Silence is your wisdom. Silence is your protection. Silence is your sanctuary. Silence is the place where I speak louder than the world. Beloved, when your heart grows quiet, you can hear me. When your thoughts stop racing, you can feel me. When your soul rests from proving itself, you can sense me drawing near. Let your silence become holy ground. When someone speaks from anger, your silence says, I won't join your storm. When someone speaks from pride, your silence says, my peace is not for sale. When someone speaks from brokenness, your silence says, I will not take your wounds into my heart. When someone speaks from immaturity, your silence says, I choose wisdom over reaction. When someone speaks false things about you, your silence says, God himself will defend my truth. Beloved, you were never meant to fight battles with breath-wasting words. Your words carry power, so they must be used with purpose. Your voice carries truth, so it must be poured where truth can grow. Your spirit carries peace, so it must not be dragged into chaos. Let this gentle truth wrap around you like warm cloth. You do not need to answer every voice that calls your name. You only need to answer mine. Feel that release. Feel that freedom. Feel the peace that enters when you stop giving your energy to what does not deserve it. Your silence is not emptiness. Your silence is fullness. Fullness of wisdom, fullness of restraint, fullness of peace, fullness of discernment. You are becoming stronger in ways the world cannot see. Strong enough to walk away from unworthy conflict. Strong enough to choose peace over pride. strong enough to let God speak for you, strong enough to rest in righteousness instead of reaction. You are learning what only the wise know. Sometimes the quietest step is the most courageous one. Let the night deepen around you. Let the stillness wrap your mind in peace. Let the soft presence of heaven rest over your spirit. You do not need to prove yourself tonight. You do not need to respond. You do not need to defend your heart. Rest, beloved. Rest in my truth. Rest in my calm. Rest in the biblical quietness that comes when a soul chooses wisdom over noise. Close your eyes gently. Let your spirit breathe. Let silence become your sanctuary. Let discernment become your guide. Let me become the only voice you listen to in this holy moment. Not every battle deserves your words. Not every argument deserves your breath. Wisdom knows when to speak, and when silence is the louder truth. Sleep now, wrapped in holy silence, and know that heaven is speaking even when you are still. Your path will shine brighter with every step. Beloved, breathe softly now. Let the stillness of this night settle over you like a warm blanket. Let your heart slow its trembling. Let your mind loosen its tight grip. You have walked through many uncertain places, many shadowed valleys, many seasons where you could not see more than a few steps ahead. You have asked me where you were going, how you would get there, and whether the path beneath you was truly the one I intended. Tonight, let this truth sink deep into your spirit. The path of the righteous is like the first light at dawn, dim at first, then shining brighter and brighter as you walk with me. Beloved, I know you want clarity. I know you long for certainty. I know you wish you could see the whole road stretched out before you. But wisdom never unfolds all at once. My guidance does not arrive in floods. It arrives in footsteps. You are not supposed to see everything now. You are only meant to take the next step. And with each step you take, the path becomes brighter. This is my promise. This is my rhythm. This is how destiny unfolds, not in leaps, but in gentle illumination. Let this Bible for anxiety relief wash over your heartbeat. You do not need to fear the unknown. You do not need to fear what you cannot see. You do not need to fear tomorrow. You do not need to fear losing your way. For I walk before you. Feel how your chest loosens when you hear these words. Feel how your breath deepens when worry begins to dissolve. Feel how your spirit calms when you remember that the road is not yours to navigate alone. Divine guidance is not a map, it is a presence. A quiet, steady presence that walks ahead, beside, and within you. The unknown is not dark when I walk before you. The future is not frightening when I am shaping it. Your steps are not trembling when my hand is steadying them. Beloved, I know the nights when anxiety tightened around your ribs like a band of iron. I know the days when fear whispered that you were lost. I know the moments when your mind raced ahead, imagining every possible danger, every failure, every heartbreak. I know the hours when you felt blind, uncertain, overwhelmed. But tonight, let my voice draw you out of that fear. Let it become a gentle river running through your thoughts. Let it soothe the ache of not knowing what comes next. I walk before you. I prepare the way. I go ahead of you into the doors you fear to open. I stand in the places you have not yet reached. I smooth the ground before your feet. I light the road as your destiny unfolds. Think of dawn, the way light breaks softly over the horizon. At first there is only a thin line of gold, barely visible, barely warm, barely enough to see, but it grows and grows and grows until suddenly everything is illuminated. Beloved, this is what your path is doing. This is what your future is becoming. This is what divine guidance looks like. Slow light, gentle revelation, the steady unveiling of a future crafted with care. You may think your light is small right now. You may think your clarity is dim. You may think your progress is slight, but dawn always begins quietly. Destiny always begins softly. Breakthrough always begins faintly. Let your breath match the rhythm of this truth. Soft in, soft out. You are not walking into darkness. You are walking into dawn. You are not stepping into confusion. You are stepping into purpose. You are not drifting without direction. You are being guided by divine wisdom. Beloved, take a moment and imagine your path before you. Not with fear, but with trust. Not with pressure, but with peace. Not with anxiety, but with expectancy. Feel the soft light growing at your feet. Feel the steps becoming clearer. Feel the road opening gently ahead. Feel my presence in front of you, guiding, lighting, preparing. You have never taken a step alone. Even in seasons where you felt abandoned, I was there. Even in moments where you felt lost, I was leading. Even in detours you regret, I was protecting. Even in delays that frustrated you, I was aligning. Nothing in your story is wasted. Nothing in your journey is random. Nothing in your path is accidental. Nothing in your destiny is fragile. Every step shines brighter because I am in every step. Let your heart rest. Let your fear soften. Let your anxiety melt into the comfort of divine guidance. You do not have to understand every turn. You do not have to predict every outcome. You do not have to control what is unfolding. Just walk, just breathe, just trust, and the light will grow. Beloved, the unknown is only frightening when you imagine you are walking into it alone. But you are not alone. You are never alone. You walk in the company of the one who knows the way, who designed the way, who is the way. Feel my nearness now, the warm certainty of my presence, the quiet reassurance of my voice, the steady comfort of my guidance. I walk before you, and where I walk, darkness cannot hold, fear cannot remain. Confusion cannot survive. Anxiety cannot reign. Your path will shine brighter with every step you take with me. It cannot dim. It cannot vanish. It cannot close. It can only grow brighter. Rest now in that truth. Rest in that promise. Rest in the peace that comes from knowing your future is held in hands that have never failed you. Sleep in the comfort of destiny unfolding. Sleep in the warmth of light himself leading your way. Sleep knowing that dawn is rising within you. Do not fear the unknown. I walk before you, and the light will meet your feet exactly when you need it. The fear of the Lord is your anchor in the storm. When the winds rise around you and the shadows grow long across your heart, come closer and let the stillness of my presence cover you. Let the night become soft again. Let the fear loosen its grip. Let the storm lose its teeth. Your soul has weathered many tempests, beloved, some loud, some silent, some seen, some carried alone in the quiet places no one else knew about. But tonight, let me draw you into a deeper calm, a deeper grounding, a deeper peace. For there is something stronger than uncertainty, something steadier than your fears, something more enduring than the storms that come and go in this life. It is holy reverence. It is the fear of the Lord, not the fear that punishes, but the awe that anchors, the wonder that steadies, the sacred recognition that I am God and you are held. Beloved, when the waves rise around you, when your thoughts spin, when your heart trembles with what you cannot predict or control, let reverence be the anchor that sinks deep into the seabed of your spirit. Let this scripture sleep story unwind the tension inside you, piece by piece, breath by breath. The fear of the Lord is not terror. It is trust wrapped in awe. It is knowing that even when everything shakes, I do not. It is remembering that even when the storm roars loud, I am louder still in my authority. It is resting in the truth that nothing has ever caught me off guard. Nothing has ever exceeded my control. Nothing has ever broken my hold on you. You stand on holy ground when you remember who I am. You breathe differently when you rest in my greatness. Your fears shrink when your heart bows in reverence. Come closer now. Let your shoulders fall. Let your breath slow. Let your chest soften. Let me speak into the deepest places where the storms have tried to settle. Beloved, you have carried storms inside you for far too long. Storms of questions, storms of memories, storms of disappointments, storms of loneliness, storms of pressure, storms of fear. You have tried to hold yourself steady with your own strength, your own reasoning, your own effort. But storms do not answer to human strength. They answer to holy reverence. This is your grounding at night, not perfect plans, not flawless emotions, not complete understanding, but the fear of the Lord, the quiet, soul-deep certainty that you are not your own anchor. You are held by the one who commands the winds and the waves. Let this truth settle into you slowly, like warm oil over a tired heart. Reverence is not heaviness. Reverence is not restriction. Reverence is not distance. Reverence is freedom. Reverence is safety. Reverence is your deep spiritual grounding in the storm. When life shakes, hold on to reverence. Hold on to the truth that I am mighty. Hold on to the truth that I am sovereign. Hold on to the truth that I am with you. You do not need to outrun the storm. You do not need to predict its path. You do not need to control its force. You only need to be anchored in me. Let reverence become the weight that keeps your soul from drifting into worry or despair. Let the awe of my presence be like a stone dropped into the depths of your heart, pulling you into stillness, into steadiness, into my unshakable peace. Beloved, hear me gently. You have been drifting too long, drifting in questions, drifting in what-ifs, drifting between hope and fear, drifting between faith and doubt. Anchors are made for nights like this. Anchors are made for souls like yours, souls that feel too deeply, souls that carry too much, souls that wonder how much longer they can stand. Reverence will hold you when strength cannot. Reverence will steady you when confidence falters. Reverence will keep your spirit firm when everything around you feels uncertain. Come, beloved, listen as the storm outside begins to fade in the presence of my voice. Feel how the holy hush settles around you, as if heaven itself is leaning close. Feel how your fears loosen and fall away like pieces of a heavy cloak you no longer have to wear. Feel how reverence becomes your inner stillness, your quiet shield, your deep anchor. In reverence, you remember that I hold the universe in my hands, and if I hold that, then I surely hold you. In reverence, you remember that I have walked through storms before and calmed them with a word, a whisper, a breath. In reverence, you realize you are never as alone as you feel, never as fragile as you fear, never as lost as your thoughts tell you. Let these words wash over you like a lullaby for the spirit. You are safe, you are seen, you are sheltered, you are anchored, and no storm is stronger than the one who anchors you. Lay down your worry now. Lay down your despair. Lay down your fear of what tomorrow might hold. Reverence will meet you there. Reverence will lead you forward. Reverence will steady your breath and settle your heart. Beloved, sink into this peace. Sink into this holy stillness. Sink into the truth that the fear of the Lord is not the storm. It is the anchor. Let reverence ground you. Let awe strengthen you. Let my presence surround you. And rest deeply tonight in the arms of the one who never lets go. Rest, beloved. Wisdom is watching over you. Lay down now, beloved. Let your breath loosen. Let your shoulders fall. Let the weight you've carried all day slip quietly from your spirit, like a cloak you no longer need to hold on to. The night has come not to frighten you, but to cradle you, to wrap you in stillness, to slow the rhythm of your thoughts until peace becomes the softest blanket over your tired heart. Let the darkness around you settle gently, not as something to fear, but as something sacred, an invitation into rest, a quiet doorway into the tenderness of my presence. You have done enough for today. You have tried enough. You have worried enough. You have held yourself together long enough. Now let me hold you. Close your eyes, even if sleep hasn't come yet. Feel the hush of heaven sinking into the room. Feel the slow beat of your own heart. Feel the warmth of being loved deeply and endlessly, even in your weakness, even in your exhaustion, even in the thoughts you haven't spoken aloud. Tonight, this moment, this breath, you are safe. You are loved. You are guarded by wisdom older than the stars. Beloved, Christian deep sleep is not only about closing your eyes, it is about letting your soul lie down in my peace. It is about handing every fear, every doubt, every ache to me. Let my presence dissolve the hard edges inside you. Let my peace settle into the cracks where anxiety once lived. Let my love quiet the inner storms you battled in silence. You have searched for peace in many places, in answers, in certainty, in solutions, in strength, in tomorrow. But real peace comes from me. It flows like a river from my heart into yours. It washes over everything that hurts, everything that confuses, everything that exhausts you. Breathe softly now. Feel how each breath carries away a little more tension. Feel how the gentle night settles over you like healing oil. Feel how your thoughts begin to slow, to quiet, to fade into the background. Let the world go quiet for a while. You don't need to solve anything in this hour. You don't need to understand everything that happened today. You don't need to prepare for tomorrow. You only need to rest in me. Beloved, my peace is not fragile. It is not temporary. It does not waver when storms rise. It does not disappear when fears whisper. My peace is steady. My peace is strong. My peace is enough for you. Rest in it. Lean into it. Let it support you like gentle hands beneath your weary soul. Tonight, let my Jesus' comforting narration carry you into deep rest. Hear my voice as if I am sitting beside your bed, keeping watch, whispering calm over every part of you. You do not sleep alone. You never have. Not one night has passed when I left you to face the darkness without me. I am here. I am always here. Let these words settle over your mind like soft rain on warm earth. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not unprotected. Wisdom watches over you. Grace stretches around you. My angels stand guard at the edges of your night. Rest your mind in this truth. You don't have to stay awake to keep your world from falling apart. You don't have to keep thinking to prevent things from going wrong. You don't have to stay alert to defend yourself from what you fear. I am your defense. I am your light. I am your shield. I am your peace. Tonight, my beloved, let go. Let go of the day, the moments that troubled you, the words that hurt you, the tasks left undone, the thoughts that demanded too much. Place them in my hands, for my hands are large enough to hold the universe and gentle enough to cradle your heart. Your spirit has carried so much. Let it lay everything down now. Feel the stillness deepen around you. Feel the air soften. Feel my nearness like a warm glow beside you. Feel the quiet touch of divine peace covering you. This is where you can finally breathe, finally release, finally rest. Wisdom, my wisdom, does not sleep. It watches over you. It guards you. It surrounds you. It leads you quietly into dreams free of fear, free of noise, free of worry. You are safe beneath my wings. You are held in my love. You are wrapped in a peace the world cannot touch. Lay down now, beloved. Let the night cradle you. Let my presence soften every fear, every doubt, every restless thought. Sleep now, deeply, fully, safely. I am here, and I am not leaving your side. Not tonight, not ever.